I used the S word once before on this show some years ago. I'm prepared to use it again in answer to that question. And I think it's I don't give.
Okay.
Yeah.
That America's biggest pop star marrying the pharmaceutical spokesperson ends up conservatizing them. Taylor Swift might de-radicalize herself.
Larry David couldn't resist roasting the biggest headline of the week. Taylor and Travis's engagement, serving up his trademark don't care energy that had everyone cracking up. First up, his sarcastic reaction set the internet ablaze. Then came Charlie Kirk, spinning the proposal into some wild theory that marriage might turn Taylor conservative. Meanwhile, Ed Kelce revealed that his son sped up the big moment because Taylor was getting a little antsy and the Sweet Garden proposal turned out picture perfect.
The perfect way to ask her and to make it special. And we kept trying to tell him, when you do it, that's what makes it special. So don't fret on where, or just get it done.
Reporters weren't immune either. One absolutely lost it live on air, calling the engagement ring ginormous.
Taylor Swift is engaged. Taylor Swift is engaged. Come back to me. She just posted it.
And finally, as if the love story wasn't dazzling enough, the couple's combined net worth of $1.67 billion proves this is the ultimate power duo. Imagine you're tuning into a show where the host literally says, "We could talk about anything," and then immediately decides to lob the hottest celeb bomb right now, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's engagement. And who's sitting in the chair? Larry David, the king of cranky comedy. Now you'd think he might roll his eyes, but nope. This man takes sarcasm to Olympic level. The second the host dropped the engagement news, Larry's face basically screamed, "Are you kidding me?" He plastered on that classic fake smile you use when your neighbor won't stop talking about their cat, then leaned in and told the host they had a lot of nerve for bringing this up. Not once, not twice, but on repeat, like an annoyed dad who just found out his kid dented the car again.
What do you think about Travis and Taylor?
You've really got a nerve.
Yeah.
You've really got a nerve.
The hosts were in stitches because, let's be real, everyone knew where this was headed. Then Larry, in peak Larry fashion, reminded everyone that he had used a certain four-letter S word on the show before, and guess what? He wasn't scared to bring it back. And just when you thought maybe he'd give a half-hearted good for them or something polite, he dropped the mic with, "I don't give a S." Classic Larry. The host knew it, the audience knew it, heck, Larry probably knew it the moment he walked into the studio. What makes it even funnier is that this wasn't shocking at all. It was exactly the response everyone expected.
I used the S word once before on this show some years ago. I'm prepared to use it again in answer to that question. And I think it's I don't give.
Okay.
Yeah.
If Larry David suddenly got emotional about engagement rings and romance, that would have been the real headline. Instead, he stayed true to brand. Brutal honesty, zero filter, maximum comedy. Honestly, in a world where everyone's obsessing over hidden messages in Taylor's manicure or decoding Travis's sock choice, Larry's don't care energy is kind of refreshing. And speaking of not caring, Charlie Kirk clearly didn't get that memo because the man is treating Taylor Swift's engagement like it's a political science experiment. This guy gave the most backhanded congratulations ever, basically crossing his fingers that marriage will magically flip her into a conservative housewife who trades cats for casseroles.
That America's biggest pop star marrying the pharmaceutical spokesperson ends up conservatizing them. Taylor Swift might de-radicalize herself.
He even threw in the word submit, like we're living in a medieval drama and not 2025. Kirk's entire rant sounded less like political commentary and more like a weird pep talk nobody asked for. He claimed Taylor's liberal phase was just her single girl era, and now that she's tying the knot with Kelce, she'll supposedly start popping out babies faster than she buys real estate.
Abstract clouds. Reject feminism. Submit to your husband, Taylor. But maybe one of the reasons why Taylor Swift has been so just kind of annoyingly liberal over the last couple of years is that she's not yet married and she doesn't have children. I say this non-sarcastically. I say this as a husband and a father Having children changes you. You got to change your name. If not, you don't really mean it. Congratulations, Taylor.
One insider joked he's practically counting her future kids like fantasy football points. Social media, of course, had a field day. People were roasting him left and right, wondering why a grown man was sitting around daydreaming about Taylor Swift's family planning. Others flat out said he just seemed jealous. She brings joy while he brings, well, rants. What's even funnier is that Kirk spun Kelce into some kind of conservative savior, pointing out that the NFL star once called Trump's Super Bowl attendance an honor. So in Kirk's head, this engagement is basically a mega recruitment drive. He even tossed out the wild idea that Taylor could go from cat lady to J.D. Vance supporter, which, let's be real, sounds like the strangest Marvel origin story ever. Meanwhile, Trump himself, who usually takes any chance to throw shade at Taylor, suddenly went soft. When asked about the engagement, he ditched the insults and actually wished them both luck, calling Kelce a great player and Taylor a terrific person. Yep, you heard that right. The man who once slammed her for supporting Kamala Harris is now playing nice guy.
To ask you a serious question, but I have to tell you the biggest pop culture news of the year broke while we were in this cabinet meeting. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are engaged.
No, I think he's a great player. I think he's a great guy, and I think that she's a terrific person. So I wish them a lot of luck.
And while politicians and pundits are turning Taylor's love life into a campaign rally, the Kelce family is just spilling wholesome tea. Enter Ed Kelce, proud dad and unofficial hype man who clearly couldn't keep the lid on his son's big moment. According to him, this proposal wasn't some last-minute thing, it had been cooking for weeks. Travis originally wanted to wait and make it a grand spectacle, but apparently Taylor was starting to look a little "where's my ring buddy" antsy. So instead of fireworks and skywriting, the tight end took his dad's classic advice. It doesn't matter if it's on the side of a road, just make it special. And special it was.
You know, the perfect way to ask her and to make it special. And we kept trying to tell him, when you do it, that's what makes it special. So don't fret on where, or just get it done. It was a couple weeks ago that Travis got it done after a few weeks of prodding from myself and from Scott Swift.
Travis didn't exactly do it by a dumpster behind a Taco Bell. He whisked her off to a garden in Lee Summit, Missouri. They were on their way to dinner. He suggested a casual glass of wine outside, and boom, the man pulled out the ring. According to Ed, it was beautiful, heartfelt, and immediately followed by a FaceTime blitz. Parents, in-laws, probably half the extended family, everyone got looped in faster than a group chat during Black Friday sales. Ed said he actually got the news while hanging out at a Philadelphia Eagles practice, which is peak Kelce family energy. And if the proposal wasn't sweet enough, Taylor apparently went full domestic goddess afterwards. Yep, the Grammy Queen herself cooked dinner for Ed, Donna, and Travis, serving it up on the patio like it was a family barbecue instead of a billion-dollar power couple celebration. Ed was over the moon, saying the two of them are basically just head over heels and don't even care about the spotlight. They just love being together. It's kind of wild when you think about it. One day, Travis is joking on a podcast about shooting a shot with Taylor, and now he's calling his dad to say he's putting a ring on it. Talk about a tight end scoring the ultimate touchdown. And while the Kelces were busy FaceTiming family from the garden, the press corps in D.C. was apparently having its own meltdown. One White House reporter practically lost all composure when the engagement news dropped, blurting out in total disbelief that Taylor's ring was ginormous. Not big, not massive, ginormous. Honestly, she sounded less like a political correspondent and more like your best friend FaceTiming you from Sephora after spotting a diamond she can't afford.
Taylor Swift is engaged. Taylor Swift is engaged. Come back to me. She just posted it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, it's huge. The ring is ginormous. This is so exciting. Oh my God.
Swift's Instagram reveal didn't help calm anyone down either. With a floral photo shoot and the cheeky caption comparing her and Travis to the English teacher marrying the gym teacher, fans were already spiraling. Add in that close-up of the ring, and you'd think she had just solved world peace. The reporter even admitted she felt like Paul Revere breaking the news, except instead of warning that the British were coming, she was basically yelling "Taylor's engaged" to the entire newsroom. And let's be real, the ring deserved its own press briefing. Experts zooming in on photos estimated it to be around 5 to 6 carats, cushion cut, with yellow gold details and maybe even extra gems tucked in on the sides. Translation: it's the kind of rock that makes your debit card cry just by looking at it. No wonder the reporter went wide-eyed on camera. It's the kind of sparkle you can see from outer space. She later confessed announcing the engagement live felt like one of the biggest moments of her professional career. Forget breaking a political scandal. Apparently, Swifties in the press room have their priorities straight. Her colleagues teased that there probably won't be a Swift wedding at the White House anytime soon, unless by some miracle it's included in foreign policy negotiations.
Very exciting moment for me in my professional career because I get to announce that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are engaged. As you were talking to Joe Lang, our lovely producer Gabby Ake texted me and said Taylor Swift's engaged, and you can see it right there on her social media. She put it up in that post.
Guess it wasn't just the White House press corps gawking at that ginormous sparkler, because when you've got a $650,000 diamond sitting pretty on your finger, the next logical question is, who's paying the bill? Spoiler alert, no gym teacher salary could swing that rock, but luckily these two aren't exactly living paycheck to paycheck. Taylor and Travis just unlocked their engagement era, and together they're worth a jaw-dropping $1.67 billion. That's not just power couple money, that's, we could probably buy a small European country if we wanted to money. Let's start with Taylor. She is sitting on a casual $1.6 billion, and most of it came from her Eras Tour, which became the first tour in history to cross the $1 billion mark. That's right. While the rest of us are complaining about Ticketmaster fees, Taylor's basically printing money. Add in her music catalog, which she now owns outright like the ultimate boss move, $120 million in real estate scattered across the U.S., and a $23 million jet, and yeah, she's not sweating over the Costco gas price hikes. Now, Kelce isn't exactly a broke plus one here. The man's worth about $70 million, which in normal human terms is bananas, but next to Taylor's bank account, it's kind of like bringing store-brand chips to the Super Bowl party. Still, he's doing just fine. $111 million earned on the field, $80 million more off it, thanks to everything from podcast deals to endorsements. And Kelce's branching out like a true hustler, hosting game shows, dropping by Adam Sandler movies, investing in Formula One and restaurants with Mahomes, and even slapping his name on sportswear and gummies. He's got his hands in everything. He also has the toys to match. $6 million Kansas City mansion, $400K Rolls-Royce Phantom, basically living like the prom king who actually made it big. Together, these two are now rubbing shoulders with Jay-Z and Beyonce in the Celebrity Wealth Olympics. Rihanna and ASAP? Cute, but they don't touch Swift-Kelce money. And of course, because this is Taylor, fans are already dissecting every date, number, and emoji like it's the Da Vinci Code. Turns out even their engagement timing is allegedly tied to her lucky number 13. Only Swifties could connect sourdough bread talk to a potential Super Bowl halftime show, and honestly, I'm here for the chaos. That's all for this video, folks. We'll see you next time.